All right, we are back again. So here
What's in the
are the
box?
results of our parcel search.
Car's like, I want to know. I want to know. Never rolled a D100.
I did once.
Ooh. One of the War Mage? That seems
Ooh.
cool. Must be used by a spellcaster.
Bijou might like that.
Car, maybe? Too?
So be careful. It's about spell attack, making spell attack.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go on the War Mage. Oh. That's not
I
a new
don't
thing.
think Bijou
But
has
there's
any spell
two.
attack spells either.
Oh, it says one. For some reason, I think it's mace. There's two +1 longswords. I guess those have to be identified.
No, I
Plus
don't. I
one.
don't have the. I don't. I don't typically use the identify mechanics.
Definitely take a potion or greater healing, though. Well, it's obvious I need a +1 to hit. Oh, bag of holding. Jesus Christ. So why'd I skip over that?
I want bag of holding.
Hmm.
I mean, Lumo is the one that collects all the things.
What kind of armor do I have?
Actually,
Oh,
Izzy would
wow.
probably want the bag of holding too.
Yeah. I'm going to take some of that plate armor there. Check it. And the bag of holding, pretty nice. I'm going under the assumption we're going to use it as a group, so I don't care who grabs it. Yep. I figured Lumo would probably like it more anyway. You hold more things.
Kind of depends.
I like holding things.
I would like it too, but roll off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest, but that's entirely up to you folks on how you decide.
How does Lumo feel about it?
Rochambeau.
Well, I think we'll figure. I think I should hold it first, and then if I don't like it, I'll give it to you.
All right, fine.
Technically, Car's the one that found it, so
Yeah.
it's up to him to decide
Car
whether or
wants
not he
it.
even gives it to anybody.
That's true. I would have just sort of tossed the shit out. Like, here's things.
Yeah, we're kind of going under the assumption that I guess that there's a pile of stuff that Car's like, hey, look what I found, guys.
Yeah, that's I would not have definitely took one of the long swords and took a potion, but
I don't need any potions, but that wand looks mighty nice.
I think you may be the only one that can really utilize it. You should take that. Yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't think anybody could actually use it. But
my spell attacks maybe, but meh.
Yeah, you'd have to be wielding it.
Yep.
Flumo wouldn't mind picking up all the stuff so we can sell it later. It'd be great. Yeah, whoever's got the bags to sell, bitch. So. Anyone else want a potion of greater healing?
I would take one.
These ones are going to be different than the ones you might already have because they don't have a weight value. So
Drad, did you delete that wand?
I thought you grabbed it.
It leaves my name blank where I grabbed it.
Oh, that happened before. I don't remember what the issue was.
Yeah, did this yeah.
Was
Did
it
she,
not
does she
having
have
this-
an empty inventory spot, like a row with an empty inventory slot?
Is that
she's
because
got two blanks.
Yeah, so I think I found that if there's an empty row, then it gets all confused and shit. So you have to make sure you have no empty rows.
Put it back in there.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, empty rows. That's good to know.
If nobody's making a move towards those other potions, he's gonna grab them. Oh, nice roll.
2 nice rolls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lumo, did you want these?
I'll take one.
Everybody else uses a sword? That +1? I got 2 big +1. I got +1 shields.
That's too big for me.
Short sword?
I've got one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's long sword. Yeah, okay. I guess, Lumo, if you want to store some of that in that new bag you're holding. We'll just sell it
Okay.
later. We may have to kill some people later. We'll need the money. Same with the plate. The plate's like 1,500. I'm going to keep my little metal armor.
It's also
Put it in the
big.
bag.
Big.
Oh no, Lumo, I did it to you.
Yeah.
Now I feel much more healthier. I'm like, yes. Whoo, 20 AC. Woo.
And no one's taking the plate?
I already took one.
No,
So.
he took one. I'm okay with what I've got.
Be warned. Like if you can't just swap that on in a heartbeat. It takes time to do that. It takes 10 minutes to
Oh.
put on plate mail. So if you're taking the 10 minutes, then there's one thing. But if you're not,
I'm not doing it now.
No, this isn't really the place for a wardrobe change.
Nope.
When you put it on, let me know at some point because I have a 10-minute heal.
Does Lumo have any potions?
Yeah, I have push.
it takes 5 minutes to take off heavy armor and 10 minutes to put on heavy armor.
Oh, okay.
And you're
Sweet.
wearing heavy armor, so
Yeah.
15 minutes if you're taking that time.
No, burn the enemy castle. We don't have time to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems we're already here at these doors.
Luma, are you sure you don't want any more potions? You still look pretty hurt.
Wounds remind us to improve oneself. I will be fine.
So which door do we go first, everybody?
I might check upstairs first. They sounded like they were trying to clear the top floors,
Mhm.
so we might as well do a sweep up there just to make sure.
Yeah, the guy on the right was saying that they were all clear, and the other guy was on the left was counting. So
Sounds logical to me.
Okay, I head upstairs. Sneaky. Try and see what's up there.
Okay. Stealth, perception, and investigation. You're quite stealthy.
I'm just following.
I'm just following. I can't be very stealthy. I can try. I can try to be stealthy. I'm gonna go stealthy a try. I'm gonna try and be sneaky. Maybe I'll be quieter
No,
than just
with
walk.
that armor, you guys just stay down here and just
I'm not at
Make sure
disadvantage.
nothing else comes up.
What armor? I'm like, well, this isn't.
Do you
But
have?
it's only 11 and a 12. I got that mithril armor, and that should be all I'm wearing as far as armor. That would give me disadvantage.
You have mithril armor, right?
Yeah.
So on your so open up your AC thing and you have to uncheck the stealth disadvantage check. So like on your main character page, hit the magnifying glass right next to AC, and then uncheck the stealth disadvantage.
Okay, cool. It was just like 11 and a 12, so.
Yeah. So everything seems whisper quiet after those three people left. So you're going to begin in the investigation up on the second floor. The second floor is... I don't have a map for it. The second floor is entirely nice rooms, bedrooms. And going room by room, you can see that that's what they were counting off. There's a couple of big, nice master bedrooms. Everything seemed like it had, really immaculate, well furnished as far as curtains and the like. But when you start investigating, it looks like all of the drawers in the chest of drawers are all empty. The armoires are empty. Any kind of closet space is all empty. Everything looks nice, neat, and done up. So it wasn't like it was left in a hurry. Everything seems to be put back, but it doesn't look as though there's anybody occupying those spaces currently. Everything's still well kept, so there's no like dust anywhere or any of that kind of stuff. But your search upstairs reveals quite literally nothing.
Okay, well at least there's no other half dragons up there that'll come down at us. What about some of these doors on the main level?
If we still haven't heard, it's remained whisper quiet other than what clanking noises the heavy armor wielding folk are making, but none of the doors appear to be locked that you've seen, but they are all shut. So you want to go in one, so let me know.
Let's start here, I guess.
See a long stone hallway, but very thin. Looks like it goes all the way over. You can see like a small corner where it rounds right this way. There's a little bit of a hallway. Looks like it's heading north. And then east extends on into an open section that looks like it was like there's open room out below it. And if you recall the big picture of the manor on the outside, there were each of the main corners of the building itself had four towers sort of that were kind of extended off of the corners of each of the building. There's one on each major corner all the way around.
So would I recognize if any of these hallways were used mainly by servants?
Upstairs seemed a little above servant grade.
Yeah, I'm just
accommodations.
wondering, mostly like because of this one, you described it as being very narrow.
Yeah, I mean it's like a. I mean it doesn't open up into a room, is what I mean by that. It's not
Yeah.
like a secret passage kind of thing or whatever. It's a normal 5 foot wide hallway kind of thing.
Okay. I guess I will. Hold on a sec.
Just tell her you lead. I'll follow.
Izzy kind of goes over and whispers with Bijou for a minute.
Combining shields.
What is everybody else doing?
I'm waiting for people to go somewhere. Patiently.
Almost not.
I help expedite some of this a little bit. Otherwise, we'll spend 4 hours literally doing nothing.
Yep. I'm gonna go down this hallway. You open the door to look down it. Let's go down it.
I'll follow.
Is this just like a wall here? Okay. Is that like a doorway down there? Okay. Here I go, walking wall down the hallway. Rolling perception. I'm walking slowish. Do.
Yeah, so okay, you can do it without being annoying. The as you get to the corner, you can see a set of spiral staircases that lead up to the upper parts of the tower. On the eastern pathway, there are small inlets that have themselves windows that look like they were originally parapets in these spaces, but have been maybe redesigned to actually be decorative windows instead. The guard tower up top has an obvious crow's nest effective lookout. Windows on multiple sides where they can see lots of coming and going. But you've seen no sign of anyone.
Said they go up, right?
Yep. He said to go up into the towers.
Yeah. So you kind of investigate. You could see where where there was an obvious guard station, but nothing of interest and no one.
Let's go up on the towers. Just if there's nothing up there, which I'm getting the impression there may not be, but I would like to see what I can see from the towers from the town, if I can get anything interesting.
It's definitely a nice bird's eye view because this it's a few stories up and it's by far taller than any buildings that you've seen in town. And so at most others are the tallest other buildings you've seen are only like 2 floors, but this one actually goes up, especially the crow's nest part of this part of the tower is nearly 4 floors up. And so you can see out across the roofs of all the stuff in the area.
Okay, so from this point of view, seems to be a lot of hints that this place may have appeared here mystically or whatnot. Do I see any sort of barrier that maybe I would not have been able to see from the ground view from up here that sort of separates the space we're in from the rest of the town?
You mean, what do you mean by barrier?
Well, not necessarily barrier, but something separating the rest of the town and this place. Is there, like, maybe the grass is dark brown and then it becomes green all of a sudden, or anything like that?
Yeah, so there is a solid hedgerow that makes that completely perfectly lines the square that is this grounds, and everything here is green. Even the hedges are green, and then as soon as you pass over on the other side of that hedgerow, you've got immediately the cobblestone road, and then all the other houses and property you can see around. It's not just brown. There just isn't vegetation, aside from a couple of very, very, like, dense thicket type shrubbery. Not quite cactus, but very arid, tumbleweed-esque looking shrubs, but nothing green anywhere else.
Okay. Nothing in the air, anything, just nothing beyond the grass that I can perceive. Okay. And meet up with everyone else.
I investigated the door to see if it was locked, and if I hear anything in perception, to hear anything on the other side.
You don't hear anything on the other side, but you get this. You definitely get a waft of, maybe food preparation or some previously cooked food.
Lumo, I think this might be the kitchen.
While they're doing that, I
Get
just
the
kind
bag
of
ready.
glance at the books on the bookshelf. Are there any sort of theme to the books?
And I opened the door.
As far as the bookshelf, it's very, very coffee table reading specific. History of Tenaria. Here's the the sightseeing in Tenaria, and like that kind of stuff that you would see on a coffee table.
Okay.
Obviously, filled for appearances, not for content.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And
You said food?
And it
Who
is
said
indeed
food?
a kitchen. And there are still some things that are set out that looked as though all cold now, but looks like they were cooked recently.
What's this at the end? Is like an oven?
Yeah, it's a fire pit, fireplace.
Okay.
Lumo, grab what you can.
A couple of grill grates is to your left there.
I see chicken. Chicken everywhere.
Lots of chicken.
And
Some
I
Cornish
opened
game
door.
hen, perhaps.
Ooh, yeah, because, come on, they're rich, right?
And we're gonna end up just still on the fucking rug. Oh,
Boiled
okay.
goose.
Ooh, storeroom.
Yeah, and then
Pantry.
right off the side of the kitchen is a pantry.
That's just appropriate. Door 1 or door 2? Door 1. Ooh, are those chests? Oh, they are chests. Or barrels.
They're
I
chests.
think they use 2 chests. Ooh. Hold on, Bijou. Boys and ladies, I found chests. Like metal ones.
Chess.
And with loots. Follow me.
Look, no.
I try and knock on them, like see if anybody's inside.
Yep, see, I already took off. No words. He's gone.
there's it doesn't sound hollow, but there is no response from the chest.
It just bites your hand off. Oh my god!
Look, I'll take care of these. You guys keep looking. There's got to be, I don't know, a way
It is a chest.
downstairs or something.
Okay, this way, Steen.
Look out, Bijou.
Okay, as
Go
long as they
first.
keep looking, I'll check over these chests.
And door.
Those chests, so it's a bit of there's like a bit of broom closet and or utensil stuff hanging on the wall. In the you look at the chest and investigate them. They don't appear to be trapped in any manner. They're not locked. They're just kind of latched shut. And then as you open them up, they're filled with different actual things of silverware, the fine silver plates, dining ware of goblets, etc.
Expensive stuff.
Silver. The Lumo. He's got a bag with 500-pound capacity.
Why are we taking these things? They're not ours.
Yeah, my mother isn't his either, but well, I mean, technically she is or whatever. She shouldn't be.
Right. I wasn't thinking about that. This is a dungeon kind of scenario, or is this like a dude's home?
This is a dude's home. We're just ransacking. Like, this seems a little bit.
Well, we did kill the dude, so you know.
We haven't killed him yet. We haven't come across him yet.
They did try to kill us though, so.
Well, they did,
their
but they don't
shit's
know.
Now my shit.
Let's just keep looking and leave that there for now.
I pick out a few of the more expensive looking pieces and I pocket them.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
I just nod at it.
And I open this door.
Go. Is another
then
door north of Stein?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to open it.
Couldn't tell.
Oh, ladder downstairs. Another pantry.
I just glanced through this door up here.
I'm just gonna go through that door over there, but thorough inspection so we don't get surrounded. Clearing the halls. Biju's with me.
Okay, so this is the pantry. It looks like a set of stairs leading down to a cellar. In the room that you're in right now, these are harder crates and barrels that look to be labeled and have tools that are more of a workmanship kind of tools. So things for dealing with like wood,
Mining
metal,
stuff?
and the like.
Craftsman's too. Okay, sweet.
Keep going.
Ooh, like a little workshop.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It's a small workshop.
Open chest.
Filled
Attempt.
with things like horseshoes and other like rivets and gadgets and things that would be used on the grounds of an actual
Lost me.
castle.
See anything cool? Ooh, smithy of sorts.
Mhm.
Okay, back to the stairs. Okay,
And then
Bede, you want some
adjoining the
nutrition?
smithy is actual, like some black powder and some borax, and different things are in the like barrels, and as well as actual stuff for actual supplies for smithing in some way.
All right, well, we apparently wanted to go to the basement really badly.
We should still sweep the rest of the floor just to make sure.
Okay.
I mean, if I was keeping
Go
somebody
Bijou.
captive, I would keep them underground, but
Maybe they're valued prisoners. Keep them in decadence. Is there like a map room over here and a weapons store?
Yeah, small guard weapon storage. Couple of shields, couple of small. This is more like not like the.
I'm gonna search this map room for intel. I know how to look for intel.
Do you see, Stan?
I don't know what I see.
On this particular, so this has some actual bits of information to glean from it, and a lot of that you can see is the entire continent. Definitely a couple different maps of it. There seems to be maps of Rodran and stuff indicating some of their defenses, as well as what looks to be a very detailed outline of all of the different phalanx stations along the border of the Badlands, and then even a piece on the other side where there are no stations, but it's guarded by those natural cliffs and the water, where there's some hasty notes about holes and distances between them, and as well as how far in the barrier seems to extend in some of those places.
And I whip out my trusty notebook, slap it on this table, and write down, find information, the things you just said. Like, just write down what you just told me, what I see here. To the. Oh god, it's been a long time. Phalanx.
And then
Commander Gregan.
Yes. Well, I'm not talking to the commander. I'm talking to the wizard dude.
Archwizard Braylon? I think it's Braylon.
Yep. Braylon? Is it
Braden?
Braden? Yeah. Braden.
Braden.
Braylon.
That's what I've got anyway.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's like a little there's the dining area, then there's like a little lounge.
Fancy. These guys are treated well.
And then above that is what would
What's
be,
the Archduke?
would be something more indicative of servants' quarters. With a whole bunch of different beds all in one big room.
Yeah, they don't have money.
The indentured servants.
Sweet. Floor searched.
That one?
Yeah, I'm gonna very
As I look at these weapons. And nothing I care about.
carefully check over this this way down to make sure that there's no traps or anything, in the thought that if anybody escaped, they may have put something there to stop them.
It's from your current vantage point. It's very dark in the cellar. There's no source of light at this time. Down below.
I pull out a torch.
Chuck it down the rabbit hole.
Oh no, you don't have dark vision?
Oh wait,
Some,
I'm a half elf. I think I do.
Yeah, you do.
some of us do, for sure. Trying to remember
Two of
what
us
they-
Yeah,
don't. Two
yeah,
at
I
least.
have dark vision.
Okay.
Me and Car don't, right?
Everybody, but no, you and Lumo do not.
Oh. We can't see in the darkness.
But yeah, looking down, I mean, you can obviously tell that it's dark, and it goes down to a small cellar. Looking down, you can see that there's just a couple of barrels and supplies that are hidden down in the cellar. The couple of barrels look like specifically like casks, perhaps for wine or something of the like. And looking
That's
down,
huge.
you see two giant ornate metal doors. Huge. each that come together, and they have. It's hard to kind of make anything out from up here, but they're definitely not smooth.
Well, put me downstairs. I'm gonna go downstairs.
I was going to check the stairs first,
Oh.
and then go down.
I
Like,
just
push
burn
him.
with, I
Push-
just burn
push
with
him.
confidence. Yeah,
Push
just,
him. First penguin in the pool.
Yeah, just push me downstairs, then you'll know if there's a trap.
All right,
Right,
go ahead
B
and
for
check
beer.
the stairs.
Massive trap finder.
With an
Do you want me-
investigation roll. Your paranoia definitely lets you try to think of every possible way in which these things can be trapped, and you scour it thoroughly and find no such evidence.
Okay, I'll head down then and inspect the doors.
As soon as your foot lands on the bottom stone,
Oh no.
You should let me go first.
I can still
two
push
torches come on.
Oh.
Pitfall.
you. Follow Izzy.
Okay,
Follow
you
her,
get
I think.
everybody.
Oh shit, we're small now.
Well, small. Or we shrunk when we went downstairs.
Oh
everybody.
Jesus! I just
Oh, no.
scrolled back at this map. This is where all the million bad guys are. God damn it.
I did too. And if you scroll out, it like freezes my fantasy graphs because it tries to load things.
Welcome to Under the Archduke's Manor.
Oh boy.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna cry now.
You can't cry. You're drinking Kraken.
Closer inspection to the door. Let me find. I got. Open up a document that has something you see. Okay, so you see, it's a mural with some religious symbols across it, and you see depictions of what looks to be several deities fighting a source of light, or either being attacked by it or trying to attack it. It's kind of hard to really tell.
Can I roll religion and see if I know what any of them are?
Mm-hmm.
I just looked at Lumo. Lumo, which one of these gods do you want to punch?
Just hit one. Just
I
hit
am
one.
now all of a sudden interested.
And being a god, or just
I'm just assuming the light god's Palor. And that's
Yeah.
the guy he wants to punch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There's no actual entity, there's no avatar, there's no physical form for Palor. That's pretty common knowledge since it is the most common religion in the world. Because he doesn't exist in avatar form, he is far above gods that even do so. He just exists. He exists as the burning hate, as the purifying light. That's how he is depicted everywhere.
Lumo, punch his fucking door open.
Kamehameha.
This was rolling. So who was there? How many religions we got? How many people are looking?
Yeah, I'll do one.
Besides just her, or is it just her rather?
I'm not trained in religion. Does that matter?
Not particularly. Changes like so. If you're not proficient, it changes the DC for you specific.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know.
You know gods exist somewhere, right? Maybe.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm not really religious. I'm a genie. I don't know if genies are really religious. I didn't. I'll look that up.
You see. One of those gods is actually recognizable with a pretty easy DC, and it is. I have to roll. Let's see. It is one of the rulers of the 9 hells. The hells there's 9 different layers of hell, and they are each one is ruled by an archdevil, and this one is
Sorry,
basically a form of Baal, Baal's Beelzebub, but
Is this picture? Does it seem like it's Palor versus the 9 hells? Or are there still a
one
bunch
of
of other
them
gods?
is a god of the 9. It's one of them is a god of the 9 hells.
It's not like there's 8 more of them on there. So
No, there's only
okay.
There's only a handful, and they're definitely only one of them is immediately recognized. Like the 9 hells, the rulers of the 9 hells are pretty common folklore for any religiously trained people. So that's why it's pretty easy for you to recognize one of them right out of the way.
Okay. Well, with humor me for a second. With my cleric background, like, how many other gods would actually align with a god of the 9 hells? Would it just be evil gods, or would shit have to get really bad for like other gods to align with a god
There's
of
a
such
lot.
nature?
Evil gods could or would. Chaotic gods, whether they are there's a lot of chaotic gods could align with anybody, depending on the purpose. And there might be a few neutral gods in certain circumstances. Beelzebul is the ruler of the 7th level of hell. And Car the 13 is just enough to recognize one other. That's Gratz.
Could you type that? Oh, I want to say that every time we ding. What do I know about him?
He's the demon prince and patron of rulers by force.
Yeah, I repeat that. Just say that not good dudes.
That makes sense.
I look at Lumo, and then Halo looks like the least bad guy up here. All things considered, just looking at the door.
They're all destructive.
That's true.
I'm gonna inspect the door just mechanically to see if there's a way to open it, if there's a lock on it, if there's any traps, all those good things.
And then the last one that people recognize is Vecna.
What do we know about Vecna?
Vecna is the evil god of undead and necromancy, the Lord of Secrets. A very powerful like up on the level of Asmodeus and Lolth and Tiamat, and like that's one of the greater deities on the evil side.
So we know Palor smited the earth, or a good part of the earth, but we don't know exactly why at this point. I mean, as far as common knowledge.
There was a war of the gods and a lot of corruption or something, right?
Yeah, one of the things you noticed was that one of the things that you had learned, rather, was that there was a coalition of many gods in this War of the Gods, at which Palor was not a part of the War of the Gods, because if he was, there just wouldn't have been one. But then this coalition of some of the evil gods and some of the neutral and chaotic gods kind of started to get together, and they started doing some stuff that subverted his power and some of the power of the good gods. And then, even though he wasn't part of the war, he stepped in and basically ended the war by cutting off their power supply, which was the people that were in most of the Badlands. That much seems to be at least what people's interpretation or knowledge is of what happened. It wasn't that there were pockets of good within the Badlands, but there was so much bad and corruption that they were fueling people that could challenge even the greater gods, and not just and Palor himself they were reaching a level where they could challenge him. And so rather than have them do so, he cut their power supply, which is worshippers, by basically eradicating all of the land that followed this coalition. Which unfortunately had the side effect of getting rid of some good people too, but that was kind of the Sophie's choice.
As Car's talking about all these evil gods and stuff on the door, Izzy's getting more and more anxious and just like really inspecting the door, trying to make sure everything's like if there's a way to open it and stuff.
The door doesn't seem to be like to have any big latches or bars or anything like that. But it is huge and mega heavy. So you're not really sure if there's some kind of locking mechanism on the other side, but just by looking at it, it looks like it's just on giant hinges and could swing.
Can I just tentatively try to swing it?
So as soon as you put your hand on it, you can kind of feel the whole place kind of rumble under the strain of the movement. There's no like mechanical clockwork kind of anything going on, but like the whole place kind of rumbles, and then as soon as you haven't even put any pressure on it, and then both doors open. Even though you put your hand on one.
I'd move back to not get smashed by the door.
They open.
Oh, the other way.
They open the other way.
Stand still.
What happened? Get killed by the door?
It could happen.
Hey, I almost got killed by a whistle last time.
So I'm gonna make everyone a maze right now, and I'm casting Pass Without a Trace, and you're all invisible.
Well, not invisible, but
Nope.
Not quite.
Yep. We are masked from detection, magical or otherwise.
I have a +10 to your stealth rolls, in addition to whatever you would normally roll, as long as they remain within some number of feet.
30 feet.
Yep,
30 feet.
Okay, I'll go ahead and kind of try and stay sort of nearish to the wall and keeping an eye out for traps and stuff as we go along. Sneaky like.
You just go down the middle, then you'll be close to both walls to look for traps.
So it's a solid rock, but there's like a dirt. The floor is very solid, like it's rock underneath, but then there's like packed dirt over the top of whatever solid rock is underneath.
But we get a +10 to our stealth rolls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a 32.
Ooh,
Very nice.
I feel like Izzy's always
19. Yeah.
trying to make me keep my stealth rolls in check. Keep me up to oh fuck, I'm losing the words. Keep me practiced.
All right. I'm just walking. Your confidence.
Yeah. Do I need to make any perception or investigation rolls?
Just 1 second here. Okay, so Car,
Yes, sir.
I need you to roll a perception roll specifically. So as soon as you step out onto the dirt, something feels strange about not just this place, but very specifically about the ground. It feels.
Can
it
I
feels
kneel
like
down?
It feels like it kind of draws on you.
Is it desecrated? That's a paladin thing. I don't think I have a thing for that.
That is, given what Lodrin said, that is your reasoning. That is what you would leap to first.
I just tell everyone this land is damned, I think.
Is this where we're supposed to plant the pine cone?
My interpretation of what he said was it would I think on some form of desecrated land, and that would heal the land, allow him to come back. But that's how I took it. Perhaps we should go on and maybe plant it in the corpse of the dead guy, or below his corpse.
For fertilizer, I like it. Although I guess Bijou, I mean, you knew Lodrin best if you would know whether this was what he meant or not. It's what it sounded like, but
I took it as that it just needs to be planted. But something can't grow down here. There's not light. There's not water.
Lodrin could make something grow anywhere, I bet.
We can give him plenty of water. Perhaps we should just carry on, see what we find. Doesn't have to plant them at the door if this is the place.
Okay, so how many of these have modifiers? These stealth rolls here.
I did not add a 10.
I did not.
So the only
I should have a 17 type thing.
Okay, yeah. So Steen, you're the only one that added the. Okay, you're the only one that added 10. So everybody else.
Yeah. It's above a 20 except for Lima.
Yeah. So so go ahead and now roll some perceptions along the way. As we actually start making our way down this path. Excellent.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
The place draws away all of your senses, just
Great.
from the eeriness of it. It is dark, so there were lights that lit up once you went into the cellar, once you hit the stone floor, but aside from what light is shining through, further down the cave is dark.
I'm gonna bust out a torch then.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay as far away from the torch as possible in order to try and stay hidden.
I'm gonna follow Izzy.
Limo can walk behind me with the torch. That way he at least has a thing in the way.
That is how you're supposed to use a torch, the person in the rear.
Alright. Yeah, hold So as you make your way forward, you hear a voice in the distance from beyond the darkness, at the edge of your vision. I've grown to like you all quite well in our travels. It's a shame, really.
Oh, the captain?
I'm quite surprised at your ability to make it this far. Crane was a skilled evoker, and you made it here nonetheless. There's great strength in you all. I wish it wasn't my job to do this.
Female or male voice?
Female.
I knew it. Damn it.
Is it the hot chick? What?
Nothing. Sorry.
Well, I dubbed it in my head. All right. Hot chick with bow and arrow. Got it.
Everyone is surprised this round.
Oh.
Roll initiative.
I want to say as a side note to Bob, I've never thought about how you should properly use a torch, but that is thank you for the knowledge bomb.
There's actually a pretty cool whole series of YouTube videos by a guy named Lindy Beige that does all about the actual mechanics of torches and how they're utter shit. D&D does it wrong.
Well, maybe it will change when they do the thing. All right. Yeah.
All right, Stan, I think she likes you. Flirt with her. You can turn.
I'll be friendly. I have a big fucking shield.
Sorry, I was just trying to predict what you were going to say.
If you're high behind me, I provide half cover.
Yeah, we need you because we got a fucking mad
Hey,
ass archer.
you want them to be the ones against the wall. Don't look at me like it's my fault.
Always going to look at you like it's your fault.
Because it probably is, but still. Oh, always.
This is really the sort of banter I'd expect when someone's surprised.
We're surprised about her, and then less surprised about me. So, yeah. Oh, wait. No.
Yes.
15.
Deal with it.
No, I don't want to. Shit. Can I see what is she casting? Like a spell I recognize? Come on.
No, she's not casting at all. You've seen her do it before.
Frick.
Volley, if I remember right.
It's her volley.
Oh.
Not letting me target, which is pissing me off.
That's right, because our god Lumo's watching over us. And don't fuck with Lumo.
Good job, Lumo. Let's shed some light in the situation. Oh,
He knows a
is.
lot about torches, too. So
Oh,
you're
I
fucked.
think I know what it... Okay, hold up.
I don't get a reaction because I'm surprised. Damn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, roll new characters.
Yeah, well,
Deleted!
she's been wiped off the face of the earth.
I didn't pull you guys from the combat tracker when I set your tokens down.
Oh.
I'm drinking a lot now because that's good.
about to die to a volley.
Yeah, so if you want to put yourselves at least ish back where you were, that would be
I was covering Izzy as best I could, and Bijou.
Yeah, that's about where we were.
You got Lumo spot on.
Because he is the Lord. Lumo,
The
Lord,
Lord.
4 letters start with the L. Not a coincidence.
The Lord and Savior.
Oh, 31. Yeah, that hits. Just barely.
26. Oh man, why couldn't I get hit with the 20? It wouldn't hit me. No. Is Ellie you got hit? Really?
Drad.
Oh,
I mind that.
you hit yourself, guys. Yes. Oh, Well, she has an AC at 16.
16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16
Okay,
hit.
so Izzy and Bijou. Let's see, I gotta go back and look and see if that actually hit y'all. Because it's gonna be. Oh, that was surprising.
I like it because if you're surprised, it's not good.
What's Izzy? What's your AC?
14.
Okay, and then Bijou. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I got hit even with the heavy cover. So Izzy, you will not get hit
Hey!
because of the
Wait.
heavy cover.
Wait, I do
around
get
the-
half cover. Does that save me?
No, because you were crit, weren't you? No.
No.
No, you weren't crit. It was a 26 to hit you, so the half cover is still a 24.
No.
Since you're all surprised.
Does that mean I can't do my reaction stuff?
You can, yes.
Wow. Can Lumo spend a bunch of key points to catch all these arrows?
Alright, 1d10.
No.
Okay. No, just
No.
stuff on me.
Yeah, go ahead and so it would have done. So it was 9 over. So it's your.
How much? Sorry. 36. Okay.
Yeah, so it exceeded hit points by 9. So it's your.
So 6 plus dex modifier, which is 4, so 10 plus monk level 17, so 17 damage reduction.
Okay, so you're gonna have 6 hit points left.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's hard for me to even care when one fucking thing can do like 150 damage just like that. Whammy.
And it's all the way back around. This is the second round. Where you're no longer surprised.
Ugh. Surprise.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my dagger of returning and run up.
Going for the throat.
I can't get to the throat, but that does put me within my throwing range for my dagger, though.
Mm-hmm. And you. I see me and you. You had so much potential.
It's a shame it had to be this way.
Oh. Nice. Get a one-liner and a hit.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out with the wording on my Rakish Audacity. It says you don't need advantage on your attack roll to use your sneak attack if no creature other than your target is within 5 feet of you. Does that mean that the target has to be within 5 feet of me, or in this
Yes.
sort of
Yes.
situation would it still apply? Okay.
No, other than the creature is within 5. Yeah, so you'd have to still be within 5 feet of the person you're trying to sneak attack.
It only applies
Okay.
for melee.
Okay, so this is just regular attack then.
Mm-hmm.
And again, poof, back in my hand.
And minute. Alright. Try to do more
And
than the
then-
minimum.
And then you can't do the dual wielding because of the returning part on the throne lip.
Ooh. From nice. think that
It's still
one
just a D4.
Oh man.
But it's 2 of 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I'll take it. Jeez. Check the rapier. Oh, what you gonna do? Someone's gonna take an arrow.
You can see that she's a little surprised that you hit her not once but twice. You can see her kind of glare her teeth. You know, they're gritted together, and she's definitely showing lots of teeth in her grimace. She kind of stares you down. Why must you test me, child? You see her stand kind of in defiance as she refuses to move and stares her down.
Okay. We're gonna go to here.
Okay.
Charging up my laser.
Alright, fire your laser. Okay.
If I was 5 feet closer, I would have been all up in her grill. But oh well.
All I can say to that is giggity.
Yeah, a little bit of a leap here with Missy Step. Poof. Oh, with a miss. And 2 misses.
Kind of misty step.
Jeez.
Did you actually misty step behind her? Like, did you
Yeah,
say ran
yeah.
forward and misty step directly behind her?
Yeah.
As soon as you kind of reveal behind her, you can see her just kind of fluidly kind of move in such a way that, you know, she can kind of posture against you. And then as you go to attack her, she just kind of brushes your cheek with her hand and gives you a coy smile.
Aww, I knew she liked me.
The name of this song, by the way, is Hitman.
man.
Oh, I had the music muted. You changed it. I mean, don't make music that says, I'm going to kill your party music. Don't tell us the title. Sorry, I adjust the music.
Yeah, that was
Yep,
just the
me too.
crescendo at the end of like the 3.5 minute thing.
Oh yeah, I had it turned down from the first death battle. I forgot to turn it back up. I tell Izzy, I touch her on the shoulder and I tell her, you fucking never stop, okay? No matter what. And I do that. And use my
Okay.
last my movement and go here.
Excellent. Okay. Death ward.
So, like we were talking about earlier, can I use polymorph on me, or do I have to use it on someone else?
You can use it on any willing target. And if you use it against an unwilling target, you have to.
Oh no, not unwilling.
No, turn her into a fucking rabbit and we'll throw her in the bag of holding.
No, I'd like to. I'm glowing already. I'd like to turn myself into something. But how do we do that?
What
I mean,
are
I've got the stats pulled up online. I want to turn into a giant scorpion.
Okay, giant scorpion. Let me grab one.
Fuck yeah.
But first, I want to run, and then I'm gonna look at Izzy and like meet eyes with her, and then turn into it.
Whoa.
Giant freaking scorpion. And Kragan, that G stands for fuck you, by the way. Fuck you all.
And then I just
Okay.
drug it over. So you might. Did it pop up for you?
It did pop up, so I did use some of my run. So would I
Yes.
have some speed left?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the scorpion's got more
40.
feet of movement.
I don't know how to use it, but I see it all. I want to make a. I guess it's a claw attack. I get multi-attack.
Okay.
So 2 claws and then a sting.
Yep.
But I don't know how to use that with what you pulled up.
Okay, so do you have the? So you should have had like a window, like just a square that has all the stats and stuff on it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then here it says under claw. Yeah,
Like
you can
that?
just yeah, that's it. Two claws and then the sting.
I can't forward my turn though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only problem with polymorphing and stuff. Okay, this might be a little bit
Oh,
crazy,
wait a minute,
so
wait. Sorry, let me back up just a hair. I just realized you did not roll those with advantage, and you would have had advantage
Oh.
on those rolls.
So you roll them again.
So,
Second claw.
roll, yeah, roll a claw with advantage, and then roll one more sting without advantage, and then we'll figure it out from there. Okay, so one claw will hit. Go ahead and hit the damage on that.
Well, I already hit with 1 claw though. You roll another
okay,
one?
no. So yeah, that works out because the first 2 rolls were advantage.
Okay.
That was your advantage for that, and then the sting.
Just roll another sting. Without advantage.
So if it hits, so let me read what it does on the claw. If it hits, does it, and the target is grappled, they're just automatically grappled and they have to escape. Okay. So she's grappled. Now roll one more sting. Oh, check. Okay, good. Now do the damage.
And she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, so grab where it says Constitution saving throw and throw it over. She does succeed, though.
So,
And she'll take half as much damage, so go ahead and grab the damage over in the same way, and it should do the halving and everything automatically.
the 4d10?
Yes.
That was so pretty.
Mhm. There we go.
And she's grappled.
Yeah, and I put that on her.
Okay. So after Kara casts his spell on me, I'm gonna pull out my rapier.
Okay.
And I wanna. So Bijou is holding on to her right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to run around Car and slide under the scorpion, and then come up and jab her with both of my weapons.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Sneaky snake. That's sad. I just realized that the stream has been saving. It was on, like when I restarted it, it started on the fixing to start back scene, so none of the map has been visible this whole time.
Oh.
Bummer.
Oh, well, that's fixed now.
I'm sure our 4 million Critical Role spillover viewers are very upset.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Real bad angry.
Trying to make it funny. Roll the 1.
Nice roll.
Okay. This is. Can I use my offhand with my dagger to try, like, I want to try and look like I'm attacking her, but as she's trying to like move to defend herself, I want to try and snip her bowstring instead.
Ooh.
Is that a thing I can do?
Well, yeah, you can try to disarm her by that method. I think that's okay.
Do I have to roll disadvantage or anything?
Now just roll for the attack, and we'll see kind of what happens here. Okay. And you're feinting as though you're going, and then going for the bow. Okay. Roll damage in the window, but not as though it was on her. Let's see what it would be.
It's a dagger, so it's not going to do like a ton. But my rapier isn't exactly made for slashing, so.
Yeah, I mean, neither is the dagger, really. I mean, read the piercing type of damage. Roll me a percentile die.
You can do it!
What? What? What does that mean?
10 and a 40, is that what happened?
Yes, so there's a single digits die, and then there's a tens digits die, and so the 40 and the 10 become 50.
Oh.
Because it's really
I
1
think-
to 100. So
I think it should be
double
140.
zero is 100. It should be 140 on a percentile.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not biased or anything. 50-50.
So you kind of try to make, a slash at the bowstring. Her magical bow does not seem to take damage from, or at least not enough to do any actual harm to it. Or cut it anyway.
It was worth a
Still
try.
some fucking cool points.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The one other thing is that Bob just pointed out to me, I didn't increase my sneak attack dice like I should have done.
Oh, when you leveled up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Roll
Can
a
I
4d6.
roll another d6?
Yeah, go ahead, and then we can fix it after this. Yeah, I honestly just wasn't paying attention.
I was just so excited about getting my evasion that I didn't realize I got other things too.
Yeah, she seems a bit ragged at this point. She's basically gonna look at you the same way that from Jurassic Park when the raptor comes from the side and the trainer's just like, clever girl. I mean, it's like basically that just happened. See her eyes kind of flare. She definitely looks wounded. She's quite surprised. She was a little more brash, thinking that she had judged her abilities better. She's going to attempt to clear herself from the grapple. I'm trying to find what the escape DC was. Probably going to be able to do that, but it depends. Oh yeah, unless she rolls a 1, which she didn't do.
Whoa.
Oh, rep.
She slips out from the grapple.
What's the bridge snake?
Sneaky snake.
These claws are kind of slick. Sorry, guys.
It's her first time being a scorpion. It's okay.
Yeah.
She's going to say, I really wish I could have worked for you, or that you could have worked for me.
You're on the wrong side. It's not too late to change your mind.
Although it's getting to be pretty close to too late.
The final countdown.
You can hear her sigh and shake her head.
Then she turned into a werebear. Murders us all.
No ideas, Wolfen. No
It's
ideas.
not like I have a choice.
You always have a choice.
You see her reach into her pocket, grab something, throw it down on the ground. And that thing explodes in a flash of smoke and blinding light.
I can see for a second. Oh God, my eyes.
Blinded by the light.
A billowing cloud of smoke encapsulates all the area around her.
She is gonna have to try and squeeze by me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she rolled 30 on her last acrobatics, so
Hey man, hey. Shit happens.
She's going to try to do so, and you can kind of tell that she is. But the entire area is heavily obscured with smoke.
But I also have blind sight,
You do have blind sight. Yes.
so
And so you will notice that she's trying to leave. So you can get a... I'm actually not sure on attack of opportunity what... I imagine it would have been a claw attack.
I would assume so.
But yeah, go ahead and make an attack of opportunity for a claw attack as she goes to leave.
Is that done with advantage?
Yes, it would be with an advantage.
yes, yes.
Oh man. Wow.
Oh, she's still up.
Yeah.
Actually, she's grappled again, isn't she?
That's what I was trying to decide. If that works on your...
Well, if it's part of the attack, which is a normal attack, then it would also apply in normal circumstances, right?
Not I mean, that's not necessarily true.
Like if I had an effect on my weapon and someone tried to get in the way, they'd still be hit by the effect on my weapon,
Yes.
even an attack of opportunity.
But it's not an effect on her claw, so to speak. It's not a magical aura or whatever on her claw. But I'm just looking at reading the wording here, and I believe it just says if it deals bludgeoning damage and the target is grappled. She's got something else too, so let me see if that... I don't think that will save her, but I will look to see.
Are you looking up if she's grappled?
Yeah, that's sorry. That's what
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's what I was.
That's what I thought, but I was looking at my spells and I lost track of my thought and I was like, wait, it's quiet. What's going on?
Hello, Liana. How you
she
doing?
She also has a couple magic items, and so I was making sure that I.
Still choking on the smoke.
Because her smoke bomb is, or moving and dropping that as part of her actual, like, drawing a weapon part of her turn. She has, okay, she is grappled. You can hear her curse very deliberately in response to being grappled.
Oh, and that means I know where she is based on her voice. Yes.
Really, you're trained in echolocation, huh?
Yes. I'm a rock. All right. I live in caves. I hear things.
She's going to, in response to the last thing, it's not too late.
That, and she's right next to me.
You don't know what he's capable of, who he can take, and what he can do to them. I do it because I must. You can feel the hairs on your arms start to tingle as you've as there's another slight shock of light as a spark of lightning goes off around her. Izzy, you may know what this is.
She's got a ring like I do, huh?
Hey, that was one of a kind. I didn't make two of those.
That bitch.
There's a possibility this might hurt a bit.
One thing you notice is the spark of lightning is not very intense, so it's not
Oh,
like
okay.
so it's not like a full blown the explosion knocking everybody away and all that. But it is enough for the scorpion's claws to kind of feel the shock and moving enough for her to wriggle out, so to speak.
But her speed's still reduced to 0, right?
But it is still reduced to 0, yes.
Now with the shockwave disperse clouds?
No, there was no shockwave.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the one of the ultimate effects of a similar ring. But she does not actually. She either did not activate it or doesn't. Hers isn't as good.
Okay.
And you see her. You can just hear her. You can't actually see her because the smoke's still there. Well, at least I've held up my side of the bargain. You can do what you must. I at least bid you good luck.
I guess I can't really see in there. Okay.
Can I say anything to Lumo, or would that be sort of out of the...
I'm gonna punch her if she comes over here.
Okay.
Or...
Change up my plan here. I'm gonna move right. No, I'm gonna stay put. And level 1 Earth Tremor. They've got targeted.
Okay.
Not sure what that is, but it sounds nice.
She
Oh,
succeeded.
fuck that bitch.
It's a deck save. And she rolled a natural 20 on the deck save, and she has a plus 10
I see.
to deck
30.
saves.
She rolled 30.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm gonna make a 1 melee attack with my bonus action, I guess. Man. With advantage, disadvantage, or washed out.
What are you doing here?
Regular attack with
Okay,
my
so
bonus action.
yeah, because of your feature, you cast a spell, so now you get to make a bonus action attack. Smoke is disadvantage. The pincering is advantage. Cancel each other out.
Okay. Well, I tried. Oh, and I think, just to be fair to the DM, is he in my 10-foot radius?
Yeah. So is the scorpion. What did you cast? You cast Earth Tremor?
Yeah. 10-foot radius. 10 foot. Oh shit.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
That
I
would
did
hit-
everything.
That would hit them as well. Yeah.
Okay, I'll target them too.
Evasion.
Let's recast on those two. 2 successes. You're both fine. Good job, you two. It's a shitty spell. I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah. So there's no damage. There's no half damage or any of that kind of business for
Nope.
for that. So
Flat
yeah.
out.
So they're just.
Oh, okay.
So you yeah.
You saved with a
completely.
15. I'm not getting anything besides an ogre with 0 dex.
A poor roll, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't thinking about friendlies, but fuck it.
Gotta
Guys
kill
having
the
a-
fish.
guys having a bad day, and everyone starts to feel a little bit of a breeze, and that breeze picks up, and a strong line of wind, 10 feet wide and 60 foot long, blows the fucking smoke the fuck out of here. Everyone's going to need to do a strength saving throw, and I guess I can do all the clicking.
Yeah. So yeah. Target everybody and then hit them with the strength save. Is that gust of wind?
Yes.
So let's see.
So if you failed, okay.
Failures are
Strength
pushed
saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away in the direction of the line.
Yes, I survived. Yes.
And it's no damage. It's just you just get pushed away. I just really want to clear the smoke.
Oh, we stay upright?
It doesn't say not prone, I don't believe. It's just
Yeah, it
literally
doesn't say
pushed
anything
away.
about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I gotta move too.
I kind of wish I
looks like
failed.
Yeah, no. You're
Is
gonna run into Steen and not be able to go any further. I think.
Fall.
The other two were small enough to be pushed around him, but you big. That'd be kind of scary too. You have this giant scorpion like flailing, like oh god, oh god, oh god.
Scorpion's pretty heavy, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I make it to here? Or is that too much?
To where?
Right there. Can I make it to there?
You're in a wall. That's in a wall.
No. Stupid walls.
Yeah, like there would work.
Okay. I just make it there, and I'm not sure I'm going to be alive in an hour, but I just want these people to make it. So fuck you, bitch.
Right, giant scorpion.
They can't talk.
Cannot.
You go, blah, 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 blah.
So can I go around them?
You can pass through teammates. Yeah.
I just want to say, if I saw a scorpion walk by, even a small scorpion, and if it made blah, 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 I would be really scared.
does this giant scorpion have some sort of climbing skills? Because it goes kind of sideways on the wall.
No, it doesn't have climb speed.
Oh.
It is an advantage still, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep, so here with the claw, and she is super weak and grappled.
That's all.
You're not getting away. We got a scorpion.
Yeah, scorpion, pretty cool.
Okay. With her grappled and surrounded, I'm gonna hold out my rapier and just kind of poke her with the end of it. I'm not gonna like attack her yet. I'm gonna kind of glance at Carr. And then I'm gonna turn back to Ileana and say, if you say your side of your bargain is finished, then tell us what he's doing.
Turn off that music for a second. What he's doing for the bargain? What he's doing to me?
Both. Tell us what you know. Maybe we could even help each other.
I don't know if you've realized this, but there is some bad shit going on down here.
Well, we've heard of kidnapped families and demons and all kinds of things, so any light you can shed on the situation would be appreciated.
Summoning minor demons. Manipulating undead. Atrocities, I'm sure. He's trying to unleash all that is bad that is currently contained. He's trying to bring back those powers that were once destroyed. You know what he is, don't you? Surely you've guessed it by now.
Enlighten me. I don't like guessing.
How does one come to such a power, particularly in this hellhole of the world, without even having any enemies? To be the most powerful person, and no other merchant, no other powerful person even cares that he's more powerful than them. Does that seem like this kind of place?
No, the whole thing has felt odd the whole way.
It takes a special kind of being to charm those around them so easily. To have such malicious intent. To live in a fucking desecrated tomb under a silly castle.
I kind of glance over at Lumo and then back to her.
He's not of the living. Even if he looks like he is.
Would I have any idea kind of what she's getting at? I don't know if Izzy would know that much about.
Let's roll a religion. There are some stalkers of the night that even untrained people know about. Very powerful ones are known to kind of exhibit qualities of high class and character and charm, and be not living, to be undead. Those are typically vampires.
I got it just before he said it. I swear.
So Izzy would know that?
Mm-hmm. Or
Or
at
be
least
able to guess.
that'd be your guess, right?
Okay.
I just wanted to try to get in on that.
Yeah, it's the same kind. Yeah, so this is the desecrated altars, the charming of people, and the taking over civilization. That's what very, very powerful vampires do, and they do it so subtly and so well that they often go undetected for a long time, gaining power and spreading that power. And in a place like this, it has gone a lot longer than would normally make sense.
So Izzy goes a little bit white, and she kind of reaches out at Ileana and is like, "What about a woman, an elf? She looks like me. Have you seen her? A little bit older, but..."
She's gonna look sheepish and nod.
"What's happened to her?"
She still bears life, both for herself and inside of her. Some of the information you've learned is still true. This is not just any heir that will be born. A true half-breed. Very rare. Not since the Badlands existed has one ever been born. Untold power
Barf.
they have. And there's mysticism tied to the next one's existence. It has the key. The key to all the power he needs to bring down the barriers. At least
Izzy
one of the
glances at
keys.
Carr. "One of them. How many keys are there?"
I don't know, but I know 2 are held in this place. That one was the hard one. At least one of the hard ones. Another involves the power of a demon. I haven't found it yet, but it's here somewhere. They brought in a lesser demon, and some of the ritualists that are further ahead, they're doing something to that weak demon. Something's been happening very recently. Something has changed. They're doing something to it. I don't know what.
"Are they all still here? What were they sending in the wagons?"
I thought they were bringing stuff in the wagons.
No, they
No,
were
No,
taking
everybody
stuff
was
away.
leaving.
Oh, okay.
With the importance of what's happening here, some of his purebred brethren had to leave. They couldn't coalesce all the power in one place. If he were to fail, someone had to take up arms elsewhere.
They're planning a war.
A war on the light.
And the half-dragons, where did they all come from?
That much I don't actually know. I've never seen so many in my whole life, and I've traveled every part of what we know. I've seen a handful scattered across the realm. But there's tens, there's hundreds of them. It has to be tied to some other entity, some other force.
And you? What has he done to you?
Just gonna hold up one hand, her left hand, very, sheepishly, as though, like trying to show that she's not making sudden movements. She kind of moves her hand over to her neck, where she rubs off some concealer on the neck to reveal 2 bite marks in her side.
Oh.
That had mostly been healed. But you can see the 2 tiny scars.
So, Izzy knows of vampires. But would she know, like, the mechanism for making one? Would she know if Ilyana is one, or?
I don't think Izzy would, but Carr would, especially with his role. I think that would require a little more actual training in that realm.
Yeah, I figured.
It can transmit like a disease, but usually it's a conscious. Like usually they will feed, and feeding doesn't turn someone. Feeding, they can be bitten, they can be drained, they can even still live afterwards, depending on the ferocity of the feeding. But it takes some conscious effort for them to actually turn them beyond that. And so she's got her hand on her throat, kind of wiped away and still kind of there. If I do what he says, he said he would release me. I wouldn't be turned, wouldn't be one of them, and that he would free her, my little one.
He has your family as well?
See his single kind of tear come down as she's.
Do you know where he's keeping them?
Not mine. He wouldn't dare keep them here. He knows I'm not weak. There is another family here. I still, at least I think, I'm still me. But they.
Okay. Do I know that she's still her? I mean,
Do you have any way to detect either some kind of magical or evil or undead or
nope. Never mind.
or good or?
Nope.
I mean, it's obvious that she's been bitten.
Yeah, just any
But-
type of the process. That's
Yeah, she doesn't. I mean, she
historically
seems
is all I would know.
like she seems animated and alive, but as far as an actual, if she's already been turned, or maybe it's a process that takes time, and she started down that journey. for like it also depends on if you want to do some inspection. Like you would know that the undead maybe wouldn't have, perhaps a heartbeat, or might not be, certain other vitals that would go along with that. If you wanted to inspect her at that level to see.
I mean, if I knew, I don't know what I know. I know. If I knew that was a thing, I know from meta knowledge from the other campaign, like it was stating that someone who was trying to get turned, it was 3 times, and when he actually, the vampire actually let her, I think, feast his blood, then she turned. It wasn't an accidental thing. It wasn't but I don't know. I don't know if it works like that here, and I also don't know if Carr, what he knows. So
I'd say you've got a pretty decent realm of knowledge, and then as far as here, there's more than one way to turn them depending on the power of the vampire. And so in general, the whole 3 times and then that process is known to those that studied it, which you would be in that category. But then outside of that, there's some other possible ways to turn, but those aren't documented as well, or if at all. Some of the most powerful, like some very legendary vampires were, said to have been able to turn someone at a look, kind of thing. Although that crosses the bit line of religion into folklore.
I'll take a little liberty then and walk towards her and slowly put my hand out, like, if you'll allow me. And she does.
She doesn't seem to move to stop you in any way. She's still got her hand kind of like right on the front of her throat, no longer on the side where the bite is. But yeah, she'll let you inspect.
I check for just body heat, body temperature. Check for a pulse. I just kind of look in her eyes. Doctor things now, but yeah. Say
she is radiating heat. She's a bit clammy to the touch, but that might not be out of the ordinary.
We did just kick the crap out of her.
And like she is like she has some heat, but maybe it's not quite as high as a normal person's. Like it still feels it's still like there's warmth coming from her body, but it's still somewhat cool compared to normal. So there's some process. You could definitely feel that there's something there, right? Whether not that necessarily that she's turned, but maybe she's in process.
so. What percentage do I think that she has or hasn't? Since it's kind of clear, I don't know 100%, but
you feel confident that she has not yet turned.
okay. I tell her, from what I know, you won't accidentally become a vampire. It's not just a scratch or just a bite. You will probably know it, and when he does come for the final transformation, there won't be any doubt. From what I know.
See that, she's been able to portray and exude confidence, whether through deception or through anything else. Every instance you've ever been coupled with her, but now you can see that there's a little quivering of her lip, and just a little bit of anxiety and visible aspects of that are coming through. You don't know how powerful he is. It may not be too late, but I think only he can release me from it. I'm not
I
strong
click my
enough.
claw really loudly.
Evil.
Go ahead.
Evil. I'm trying to compose this real quick in my head. Evil doesn't come to you and doesn't overpower you with the truth. Evil will lie. Evil will manipulate you. Evil will do whatever it can to make you its slave. Like exposing your own fears.
I'm not strong enough to make the right choice, or I'd have killed myself already.
And if you're going to turn, you haven't yet.
You could still do it, you know. Kind of pushes forward up against the rapier a little bit, with the rapier kind of poking into her. You could save me that fate.
Izzy doesn't say anything, but all her body language is like, "Oh, don't make me do it! Don't make me!"
I put my hand on Izzy's rapier, and I push it back and I push it down. It's like, no, you don't get to go out that easily.
If you'd only known all the things that I've done, you wouldn't hesitate to do that. The things I've done for him.
There's got to be something we can do to fix it.
I don't know of any ways.
Not strong enough to make the right choice for myself. I'm definitely not strong enough to kill him. That would do it, right? Just kind of looks
Yeah,
up a
that
little
would be a
pleading.
start.
I fully intend to.
Life goals.
He's
I
on my
say that
list.
as I'm trying not to fall over and die myself.
You
Yeah,
surprised me. You really did. I didn't even think that all of you would be strong enough to take me near as much him. But maybe...
A scorpion. Click, clack, click, 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 clack.
Maybe there's hope. Maybe you have a chance.
Is there a place, a temple maybe, where you could go and be out of his reach? Maybe the magician could take you somewhere safe.
You should just see her kind of shaking her head back and forth. You know, just... There's no place out of his reach. I've sailed to the other end of this world. I've visited with priests. They don't have his kind of power.
Is
And we
he?
kill him. We pull out his fucking heart and stomp it on the ground.
You're a holy man. You might have the tools at your disposal to make something that can hurt him. I can't even hurt him. Believe me, I've tried.
You can tell me if I know this or not. I think Radiant Anything that does radiant damage
Radiant's
would
good.
be,
And then
would be quite effective.
Yeah, Lumo does radiant damage with his ranged attacks, and also obviously
My sacred flame that
Yeah, that does
Which-
radiant damage, and then of course there's ways to make holy water.
if it hits. God damn that spell. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Back in character.
Izzy's going to ask, how strong is his hold over you? Can he compel you to do something even when you're not close to him?
Compelling. He can dissuade me. He can pressure me, but he can't compel me unless I'm close.
So, here's my thought. If you were to get away, far away, maybe seek out. Hold on, I need to look that up. Seek out Nalar.
Naylor?
The wizard from the tower.
What is a wizard gonna do?
He may know people, and if he knows of your condition, then he may be able to find people who can help you. At the very least, it would take you away from here and away from the compulsion. You could help us gather allies while we kill him and help you find your family.
And at the very, very, very least, you'll turn and they'll kill you. But you won't harm anyone else. I'll make sure of that.
She takes her other hand. She kind of just easily sets her bow down. Takes the ring. She's got 2 rings on her fingers. One looks actually kind of like a wedding band. And the other looks very similar to Izzy's.
I did not make 2 of those. There's copyright. Sorry.
And she takes off the... she takes them both off. The gold, if you find her, give it to her. Hopefully I made the right choice. I made all the best choices I could. They seem wrong now, but can't do anything about that. She just kind of drops them onto the ground.
I'll pick up the gold ring and take out a necklace that I have in my pack, and I'll string the ring onto the necklace and fasten it around my neck so she sees I have it safe.
Mm-hmm.
So the other ring that's similar to Izzy's ring is still on the ground?
Yes.
Let me grab it. And I'm going to inspect the hell out of that later.
Who's ripping off my design?
And then she reaches back, like her bow's on the ground. She reaches back to her quiver, takes her quiver off, and then drops the quiver off on the ground.
I was looking for that one.
You make
I
this
know.
choice. Do you know what you're doing? Is this just all lunacy?
It's hope.
The scorpion kind of nods.
I just kind of look at Izzy when she says it's hope.
The quiver off on the side. She bends back down to pick up her bow.
Thank God she didn't just attack us or something. So
I know when the dice went, I'm like, oh god.
it's like, God damn it, well, fine.
And
I'll
she
roll
just
a
nuked
fucking
us.
barbarian or something.
You just shot Lumo.
I'm just shell shocked from this whole fucking day.
What would you have me do?
What's the best way to get her to that wizard? You were talking about, is that the which wizard was that?
Nalar.
Nalar, yeah. If she can get back to the captain can contact the wizard. He has a way.
Yep, that's what I would tell her.
Or I could use my good old Wi-Fi connection and
Let her know.
write a message.
Let her know that someone's coming.
Get a portal.
You may not. Yeah. Well,
They said that they could only go as far as the border of the country anyway.
you may not be able to get a portal, but they could at least know what's coming and what's
Yeah.
the situation and what they need to do to help.
Yeah.
And I grab my
that's the
equipment.
Phalanx wizards, right? Or is the one that he's
the
in
big
communication.
head dude.
Yeah, the head of the Phalanx. One of the two leaders. There's a wizard leader and a commander.
Fighter. Yep. Alright, and parchment on the wall and scribble.
I'll tell her to go back to the magician, seek out Nalar, and tell him everything when she gets there. And we'll take care of our end as best we can.
If you fail and I turn, I won't be able to stop what I do.
They'll be able to stop you.
If we fail and you turn, they will kill you. It's the best place you could be either way.
Very well.
I'm gonna kind of step forward and try and give her just a little hug and say, you made the right choice. And then I'm gonna step back and kind of let her go back out the way we came.
Just gonna kiss her two fingers and put them on your lips as she walks away. She's gonna walk by Steen and brushes this cheek one more time.
Can digit sting?
She just starts walking this way. Poof, out of sight.
Poof. Oh man.
Well, that was an exciting session.
That fight hurt. Now we got
Yeah.
another 4 hours.
She,
Brain can do.
she probably could have still killed you all.
Yeah, I know. She probably could have if you just did her goddamn volley again.
Well, she has to recharge the volley, but she also didn't run away, like try to run and snipe as she was backing off or any of
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. She kind of wanted you to win.
She knew she was doing the wrong thing.
I wasn't letting her go.
All right, before we officially end the session for today, I'd like you to go a little bit further, just a tiny bit farther.
We're hurting.
Uh,
We're
Okay.
hurting. Let me.
Do we
hold
have any
on,
more
let me-
heals?
Yeah, I can pop out some AOE shit. Let me figure out which one it was. Now, if we want to stand for 10 minutes, or we can say we were already standing for 10 minutes talking to her, I can do a prayer of healing. And that's
Go ahead.
Okay, let me click everybody.
we still have a
Um,
giant scorpion. Click, click. Where does this fucking
I'm-
scorpion come from?
I'm going to drop my lightning ring of freedom into the party sheet and double it, or maybe I can just double it and then drop it in.
Yeah, do that.
For whoever wants a copy, it's got the description on it.
Did you put the um?
I don't
so
know
this
how
is
to
the
attach.
copy?
That's a copy. Yeah,
Okay.
I've still got it in my bag as well.
So
I don't
this
know
is-
how to attach the damage to an item, if that's a thing. I've just written it in my own actions.
And so one thing's different. So this is the copy. Is actually a slightly weaker version.
So, Bijou, I don't think it really gave you those hills. So, add a 10 and a 13 when you go back, if you go back to your normal form.
I don't know if it will transfer.
This one does not have the 5 charge, and it only stores 3 total charges. And on the 1 charge expenditure, it does not actually do lightning damage.
See, Car, yours is still better. It's a cheap knockoff.
Was that put in the inventory? Because I was going to grab that, the second one.
Hey, grab it.
Yeah.
Give me a
Unless, I
second
mean,
to
unless somebody,
finish editing it here.
yeah, unless somebody was needing, I just wanted to inspect to see if it was just random coincidence or if there was something else at play.
And the other one, it doesn't do any of the damage if directed or any. It doesn't have any. It uses the lightning charges only as an escape mechanism. It doesn't actually do any damage. It only stores 3 charges. Okay, there it is. It's all finished now, so you can.
Okay.
I've also added Ileana's gold ring to my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing she left on the ground was just her quiver, right?
Yeah, the quiver. Full of arrows, but they are. It is a quiver with what appears to be mundane arrows.
So I dropped two. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll pick that up as well.
I dropped 2 hills and everybody, so I'm probably gonna quaff a potion. So yeah, carry on, I suppose.
So just this tiny little bit extra, and then we will end today's session.
Does anybody else still need a potion?
I'm
I
okay.
got plenty of potions.
Okay.
This is happy fun time.
Yeah, that's
Oh, can you share the map again? I closed mine when I was trying to close the other one.
She wants to do an investigation, or
Yeah.
fuck you.
Okay, yeah, so don't actually go into the room. We will not make it that far. But the room, the description being, so, there is a pile of skeletons, corpses, in the middle of the room. The area looks charred and scorched, as though by some source of magical flame. It seems to all extend from a focal point that is a potted plant right in front of you.
What?
It's Karth! Motherfucker's coming back! Sorry.
And across the way is a sarcophagus on a different colored dirt. And that's where we'll end for today.
What?
No, we
What is
got 4
this?
more hours to go. It's still sunlight out somewhere in the world.
Oh man.
How long do I have of my scorpion left? Since we sat and talked to her.
Polymorph /4.
It's an hour.
An hour? Yeah, so we'll say 45 minutes because of the conversation plus the healing time and all that the business. So we'll say 45
Would my
minutes.
heals have gone to Bijou directly when she's in this form?
No, they will go to the scorpion.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so
Your
when
scorpion's
when
got
the
some
scorpion ends, she will still be.
Sad.
I was
whatever
trying.
she said before.
So
wanna
we've
shake
been
that
45
potted
minutes, or I
plant.
have 45 minutes?
You have 45 minutes left. Yeah, so we're 15
Thank you.
minutes in. 15 minutes in. Yeah, from the scorpion.
Because, like, okay, that campaign I'm doing with my buddies, when there was just 2 people, it's 3 now, but when there's just 2, I was like trying to think of all these people to help, and they were going to come across the potted plant, and they were going to shake it. It was going to be fucking courage, because, you know.
You
Why
said it just a
not?
little bit ago, and I was like, no way, he actually, like, did I say something on accident? And they would run across the pot.
No, that's exactly what I was going to do. And, like, he was going to pop up, and, like, one of my friends was a ranger, and he had a pet, and he was going to go up to the pet and start talking as if that was Bronwyn. Bronwyn, what happened? And everybody in my group would just think, what the fuck is this guy doing? So anyway, maybe that's not what Drad's doing, but that's exactly what I was going to do in that campaign before they added more people. So I want to shake that goddamn potted plant.
What kind of plant is it?
It's potted. It's
Well,
potted
yeah.
sorcerer plant.
Potted sorcerer plant.
Oh, it's a magical plant.
You get him at the save on spells.
We got more time. We can keep going.
Oh, we still haven't had dinner or anything yet.
Just drink some rum.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's good
You'll
for
be fine.
sales.
Yeah.
The scorpion skitters over to the potted plant. It's just trying to enter the room, accidentally knocking the potted plant over.
No.
The pot cracks, and as the pot cracks, it begins to glow, pulse. And through a swirl of mist and smoke, comes up out of the plant.
There's more pots. We're going to collect them all.
Oh boy. And we're all NPCs now.
You see,
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I gotta go through 60 more hours of work before I can do this again. That's sad.
That's a lot of work.
stunning-looking human male with fiery red hair.
Oh, my work is done.
That was a
Oh.
lot of fun, guys. I miss you. I miss doing this.
Yeah, sorry, I got pissy for a little bit. I didn't mean to.
So
We're
much
fine.
depression. Had your inner Eeyore was coming out.
Yeah, I just drank more, and that was okay.
Push,
I
yeah,
don't know.
drink through the pain.
I'm not a good person all the time, but yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. I was aware of it, and I was like, okay, I need to stop this. I don't know. I'm getting pissy for no reason. So yeah, I had fun.
Same time next week?
Yes.
I hope so.
Hell to the fuck yeah.
I was a little surprised that Lumo actually got the stun on the right away. I really expected him. He was supposed to surprise people, but it didn't work out that way because of everything else that was happening. And so, because of other stuff that we did, the Evoker did not get to surprise, or he would have been a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I tried, and then I was surrounded by 3 people, so I'm like, well, shit, I really need to keep the stun on this motherfucker, but I got 2 other fucking Dragonkins, and everyone else is in the other goddamn room.
Yeah. I mean, when you beeline right for him, I kind of anticipated you would try to get to him and stun him as soon as you could.
He's goddamn finger wagger.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's that, right? And because it's a very smart plan, because they're very fucking dangerous. I think he's level 14 caster, so he had 6 level spells.
Wow.
Okay, so I get that Paylor's still a dick because he killed everybody just to kill his enemies, and he killed a lot of good people. But man, all of his enemies are coming back. I think I don't know. It's just gonna be. I mean, I totally want Lumo to punch him in the nards. I do, but we got a lot of bad guys coming back.
Yes. And so, some of the things that we've kind of learned is, and I figured that it would kind of evolve a little. Like, I think even Lumo's feelings will evolve over time, as you see where ultimately it comes down to perhaps Paylor didn't have a choice. Either let bad take over everything and everything be destroyed, or he had to kill a few good people in order to stop the bad from happening.
Well, on the plus side, we're sort of like the surgical strike, going in and killing the bad people, or hoping to kill the bad people before everybody else has to get killed.
See, this is kind of where the prophecy comes in.
Fucking vampires, man! I've been reading all kinds of shit about vampires lately.
And the prophecy kind of reads along that you're here to not just to kind of stop the war from starting again. I mean, that's the idea, but also in a way make it so that it can't ever come back. Sort of. At least not through these means. Not through their current attempt to try to do things. That's what the prophecy was about.
I can't wait to see you play card. The only sage direction I'm going to give is that he needs to run up to the giant scorpion and color Bronwyn.
But Karth wasn't with Bronwyn.
No, not Bronwyn. Fuck, who was
Rowan.
Rowan.
Yeah. It was like the same name with the B, without the B.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
So just because I wasn't apparently, I'm not clear. Is this Karth thing actually a thing, or was that just a ha 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 ha?
No, that's an actual thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
We're going to collect them all, man. There's at least 4 or 5 more potted plants out there. We're going to get the whole set.
They're all going to try to kill us because they're evil.
This is a totally
And then-
different
No,
world.
he
than
doesn't have
everything.
a goatee. He doesn't have a goatee. If he had a goatee,
And they've been brought through the multiverse.
All the worlds are connected. It's not their
Yeah.
world, but it is still connected to their world. Just like Barovia.
Magic.
In the same way, Barovia isn't anywhere, but it's connected everywhere.
What?
yeah, that's how I was using Barovia to bring the people playing my campaign. One of the 3 sisters who were destined to run Kragos
one of them is there because it's sort of a demi-plane.
Ralidar is a lot like Barovia. Ralidar
And-
is not part of any of these other places. It's definitely different, but there are connections between all the planes. And Ralidar is kind of its own plane in the D&D world.
And when my friends come out of Barovia, we haven't decided if they were in Ralidar the whole time yet because some of these people are just starting the game. So I just put them in the Forgotten Coast and all that. But either they were in Ralidar the whole time, or when they come out, I give them an option to be in Ralidar because I'd like to keep working on that universe.